Hey Steve, how do you pick the products you're going to review? Good question. People ask me that. A couple of people asked me that at the show, and so I thought I should explain my methodology a bit, right? The first thing is I want to cover products that are made by real companies, companies that have some sort of track record. I do shy away from brand new startup companies, especially if it's anything at all expensive, because who knows if they're going to be there tomorrow? Who knows if they're going to be there when you need them for something, for a service issue? All kinds of things crop up, right? And you need to. I wouldn't feel comfortable, reviewing something and recommending it to people, and then they buy it, and a year later they're out of business, and you're stuck with something that doesn't work right, or it makes it much harder to sell when the company's gone. So, ground rule number one is they have to be real companies. Okay, and the second thing is they have to be distributed in some way. They have to be available in the United States. I do these reviews from New York and in the United States, so that's sort of my main focus. So I can't speak to availability all over the world, but I can speak to availability in the United States. So they have to be semi-widely available in stores and or on the internet from, let's say, Amazon or something. Available on the internet only directly from the company, that's a separate category, and certainly there are terrific companies like Schit would be one of my prime examples, SCHIIT. They're a direct sale internet company only, but again, they have been around for a while, stand behind their products, etc., etc. But so the rule number two is widely available, easy to get, not like you have to, know a secret password or something to buy the product. Oh, then the third thing, it actually has to sound good, because it doesn't make sense to review products that are marginal or outright bad. Remember, most of these companies that I'm talking about are small companies, and if they made a real loser of a product, you wouldn't know that it exists unless I wrote a review or did a video review of a company that you never heard of and said, boy, this product really sucks. Who cares? You would know about it anyway. So it makes more sense to use my time to tell you about products that sound good. Now, of course, sounding good, that can cover a lot of ground. Sounding good to who, where, what, when, etc., etc. But the good part is really important, that it sound good in some way, or otherwise I'm not going to review it. So I get a lot of products in that don't meet any of those criteria, and therefore they're not reviewed. So I do waste a lot of my time dealing with products that turn out not to be reviewable by me. So that's really the bulk of it. But, having some enthusiasm for a product is also really important, because there's so many average products that are perfectly good, but they don't get my mojo working. Why am I going to waste my time talking about something that's just sort of average? Again, not really a good use of my time. What really gets my interest is when I hear about a product that's unusual in some way, has some unique qualities that sort of separate it from everybody else, not just sound-wise, but just, let's say, in terms of design, or design for X amount of dollars that are really affordable for some reason, then, I'll give you a perfect example. The Klipsch RP51M, I think it's M, this little $250 bookshelf horn speaker from a noteworthy manufacturer, Klipsch, right? And I said, Klipsch can make a really tiny speaker that sounds exceptionally good for the money? Yeah, well, that checked my boxes. But then I started listening to it, and horn speakers, little horn speakers, that's a very rare category. And I listened, and I compared it against known quantities and said, wow, this thing is so good. And it actually started my whole horn fascination that I've been on for over a year now. And that's why I was so excited in writing that review and doing videos about it, and that led to the other clips, the RP600M, which was my speaker of the year, because it was great sounding from a real company, had exceptional qualities, and I'm still talking about it. That's how exceptional it is. I am drawn to affordable products, however you want to define affordable, but I also like reviewing expensive products. Expensive products are harder for me to do for a number of reasons, but starting with the fact is that as the price goes up and up, they have to be a lot more exceptional. That's logical, right? But you know, I'm not even going to think about writing a review of an extremely expensive product unless it has those qualities big time. So now you kind of get my working method here of what I'm trying to do. I want to turn people on to new things, and again, that's kind of tough because a lot of those new things or new products from new companies, I have to really be sure before I pull the trigger on doing a review on such a product. I think I've done it. My name is Steve Guttenberg. This is the Audiophiliac Daily Show, and it does come up daily. Please come back often. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. Check out the playlist. There's playlists of speaker reviews and headphone reviews and music reviews and interviews that are usually listed under the Audiophiliac of the Day playlists. And I think we're done. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.